Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Debbie. This is my daughter Becky. And welcome back to the journey because it's been a while. We've had a lot of stuff going on. And this is the topic of our thing today is decompressing and trying to overcome stressful situations. We've been kind of stressed these past few weeks because we've been moving.
Right.
You've been stressing because you've got a new position at work.
Right.
So there's a lot of things that do that, and then that can affect how you basically lose weight because you tend to eat a lot.
Well, you can eat a lot. You can make bad choices, but also this the way your body reacts to stress also impacts.
Exactly, and then you don't want to do anything. You know, it's just a lot. How do you decompress?
So some of my favorite ways I would say that I find relaxing is to read books, especially ones I already know I like, because I already know I like it, so I know I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I read the same ones over and over and over again, and then I'll try something new. I also, we're at this park today. This is actually one of my favorite parks to come walk in.
Yeah.
We have beautiful hiking trails here. Of course, we're in West Virginia. But we have some beautiful walking trails here. So it's always nice. We see the waterfall behind us.
Yeah.
So a place like this, obviously, beautiful, right? Nice,
Right.
relaxing. You have that. Some of the other trails have more waterfalls on that. So
Right.
it's a nice
Beautiful vistas.
Yeah, yes, and yeah. So that's one of my ways I like to decompress and just get some stress out. I enjoy target practice. So that's a fun way for me personally. But also one of the ways I find relaxing when I'm done is exercising.
Yes.
Is when I do my workouts, because I kind of push through it a little bit harder because I'm stressed, and then at the end I get that all right, I'm through it, and relief.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, like mother, like daughter. I love walking and reading books. I like listening to relaxing music.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
putting headphones on, sitting out back in the sun or whatever, and just chilling. And sometimes I like to bake, and that's hit or miss because my baking comes in with not so good choices. My favorite thing to bake is like cakes and cookies, and maybe sometimes bread. But my favorite one is a ding dong cake. It looks like a giant cake with the icing in the middle.
Oh.
And just like a ding dong,
Yum.
you bite into it, and then you put the ganache over it. But no, I don't. But you can also
And then you
make,
stress eat it off.
yeah. But then you can also make really good choices like quiches, depending, salads or whatever. But you're right, working out and is really relaxing. And another thing I like to do is I like climbing rocks, especially when we're hiking, and exercising and getting all that out. I don't shoot a gun, no, but yeah. Another thing is, and actually some people do, is listen to podcasts. Motivational podcast or even like a motivational video.
It all depends on which podcast you listen to, because
Yeah.
some are kind of stressful.
Yeah. But no, I like being out in nature, and just sometimes you feel like you want a punching bag though. And that's kind of cool too, like kickboxing or whatever. That's a workout.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Let us know in the comments what you do to decompress. And try not to eat a lot, because it raises your blood pressure, and just sometimes just so much stress, like with buying houses and stuff, or buying the house and everything, is at your point is where you're so frustrated that you want to cry, and then you get in a caring mood. that's not happy either.
No. No. So
But,
it's important to de-stress, decompress, find your outlet that works for you.
and even a conversation, call somebody. Talk to somebody on the phone. You know.
That's something I do sometimes. Some people know they're my favorites to call when I get a little overwhelmed, overstressed.
Vent.
And sometimes it's just good because you don't have to talk about what you're stressed about. You can just laugh. Sometimes you vent. Sometimes you just laugh. Sometimes it's good to have those conversations. People are very good, helpful.
Yeah. But try to like put your phone down. And that's my please right now is I don't put my phone down. But, yeah. So try to like plan things, organize things, work around the house even.
Well, that's a big thing too about stressing is you have to allocate time for your self-care.
Exactly.
For yourself and for you to do the things that you enjoy. If you have a really busy schedule, or like you've been having probably a lot of meetings with dealing with things with buying a new house, or people who have busy work schedules, or just a lot going on in general, you have to plan, just that, carve out that time for yourself.
Right.
To do, whether it's a half hour a day, or if you can only squeeze in a hike on the weekend, or whatever it is that you enjoy, carve out that little time for you.
Yeah.
And that way it's on your schedule and you can stick to it.
Exactly. So like I said, let us know what you think. Andy's behind the camera, so wave hi. He's doing good also. We actually, you know, with all this journey going on, we've lost a few pounds. Andy's lost like 6, I've lost about 4. And you're doing really good. So she just got back from Atlanta. So
That was work.
yeah,
That wasn't de-stressing.
No. Okay, everybody.
But I did find time to sit by the pool while I was there, so I could. So there we go.
You know, one thing I do miss is
Carved out my time.
yeah, I miss my beach time, but that's good. All right, I guess we'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.